PSG Arsenal. Arsenal lose 1-0. Their fans online have been talking a lot of waffle. They've been so confident. PSG, what's that? We dominated them in the first league phase game. We beat them 2-0. I told you guys none of that matters at all. I've said it in my TikTok. People, a lot of Arsenal fans been so crying, flogging me this. Oh, you don't know football. They're swearing at me, this and that. Relax. I know what I'm talking about. I told you guys this PSG is different. They've got Kvaratskhelia who's on fire. We saw him against Timber. Timber was shivering. We had obviously Due back in form. Dembele playing. We saw he scored the goal, making it 1-0. They could have been up by 4 or 5-0. I'll be honest to you guys. A lot of missed chances. And Arsenal felt like they were crumbling. But the mentality shift against Real Madrid that helped them a lot. Allowed them to stay in the game. They were unlucky with the obviously Trossard chance and the Martinelli chance. They scored an offside goal. So, we will talk about that. We'll talk about the preview. We'll give the prediction and on who's going to the final. Obviously, in the beginning of when the round of 16 started, I believe I said that Aston Villa will make it to the final. They nearly did, but hey, they got knocked out. It is what it is. But we'll talk about it. What does Arteta need to do in this game? Arteta needs to manage it better. In-game management needs to improve. Odegaard should be dropped. I'll be honest with you guys. He has been awful. Even against Real Madrid, when they were smacking Real Madrid, he was awful. Seriously, he needs to be dropped. I would like to see Nwaneri in that number 10 position. Maybe move Skelly into the midfield and play left back Timber, right back Ben White and Saka. We have seen it before. The connection between the two, they're great. Obviously, Kivia is there. Gabriel's not playing. Martinelli left wing and Marino up top. That's what I think. Should do, but I don't think he would do it. I think he's going to go with. Am I bugging out? I forgot Partey was the back. So Partey midfield, Partey, Rice, and Nwaneri in midfield. Skelly left back. Maybe Ben White. I'd say put maybe Ben White there. I think he's a centre back as well. I think he's a good 1-1 defender. Timber is good as well, but I feel like Carrera has finally figured out Timber. He was lucky. They should have got a penalty. Obviously, up front, Marino, left wing, Martinelli, right wing, Saka. Saka did get locked up in the first leg, sorry. Yeah, in-game management needs to be better. I think Odegaard needs to be dropped. Obviously, the squad depth is not good enough, so they don't have any clinical strikers, clinical wingers other than Saka. Martinelli needs to be on point with his finishing. Marino, he needs to be lethal in the set pieces or getting himself into good positions. We saw him against Real Madrid, the goal he scored. Overall, the midfield can't be dominated from Arsenal's point of view. You just cannot allow PSG to dominate you again. Because a trio of Neves, Fabian Ruiz and Vitinha, they were getting dominated, Arsenal. Seriously, it was that first 20 to 30 minutes, it was looking sad. And that's what I predicted. And they scored. PSG scored early in the game. It's funny how PSG scored early in the game and Inter scored early in the game, isn't it? But PSG, they don't even need to go all guns blazing. They don't need to. If they do, it will be good for Arsenal because then they can hit them on the counter, defend, any loose balls, whatever. It's more on Arsenal. The pressure is more on Arsenal for them to win. Obviously, firstly, because they're 1-0 down. And secondly, they're going away. They need to go all out. But will they? That's the big question. They need to go all out. If they do, they need to go all out with caution. With caution, they need to be balanced in terms of their attack and defense. They need to pick out the moments when to take the risk. Like, I want to see Saka take more risk. It seems like this system is taking away his freedom a little bit. To me, it seems like he's limited. I want to see Saka when he's in a situation, he believes in himself that he can take on these two players and not think about the safe pass. I want to see Saka taking those two players on, like Yamal did against Inter, for example. Take that chance, take that risk. Even if you believe there's 20% chance that you go through. And when you believe that, you will go through. That's what I want to see from Saka. I want to see more from him. Take the game take the game in your hands. Say, yo, if you lot are not on my level, if you lot do not want to be on the same level as me, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of this. We're 1-0 down. We're going away to the park. I will take it into my own hands and I will just create magic. I will be the X factor of the team. We need to see more of that from Saka in the big games, in the Champions League especially. and I want to see that from him, and I don't want him to shy away. Sometimes forget what your manager says. You do on your own. You have to take it. The manager is not on the pitch. You know more. You understand the game. You can see more details in the game than the manager because you're there. You know how Nuno Mendes goes right, left. You know which foot he puts in forward, which angle he is facing you. You know it more than the manager. Sometimes take that risk. Martinelli, I don't have hope for that guy. So the only hope he's got is on the counter attack. Marino, obviously set pieces will be deadly. PSG they were kind of good in the set pieces in the first game. Donnarumma made some big saves. I do believe Donnarumma will turn up again like he did in the first leg. Obviously, Dembele might be injured, but I think he'll make it. They did say he's injured, sorry, not might. He's injured, but I think he'll make it back for the second leg. If he doesn't, then it's a big problem for them. Obviously, Due will step up, Kara will step up. PSG, I think they are going to do it. They are going to beat Arsenal, and I think it's going to be a PSG-Arsenal final. What does PSG need to do? They don't even need to do much because they're leading 1-0 already. Okay, it's not safe, but those moments, those chances that PSG get, they've got a clinical player like Dembele, like Kara. They'll take those chances, they'll score it. Unlike Arsenal, they don't have enough attacking power to do so. They can only rely on set pieces and Saka, in my opinion. Odegaard needs to be dropped, like I said before. But PSG, with their strength, obviously Luis Enrique has a better game management than Arteta. I think he's a better coach overall. We saw Gonzalo Ramos come on, Barcola come on. Barcola could have finished it. But Arsenal, they don't have anyone. They don't have anyone to come on and change the game for them, do something for them in the dying minutes, whatever. But I think Arsenal will lose. I think PSG will beat them. It's going to be a 2-1 win again. Guys, 2-1 win on the other side, 2-1 win on this side. So I think it's going to be a 2-1 win PSG. I think Arsenal will score first and then PSG 2 goals and then they'll end the tie like that. And that's Arsenal campaign, Champions League campaign gone. That's Arsenal, finito. And Arteta is in big trouble. Hey, it is what it is, man. Yo, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, turn your notifications. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, X formerly known on Twitter. I'm always active there. DM me wherever, leave your thoughts. Who's going to go through. Until next time, guys.